Why, good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to have a quick look at the groomer here. We've got a couple of burned out lights, so we'll go through that. I'll show you that process. As you can see, it's a little bigger than a car. A bit of climbing involved, so come along, let's have a look. Okay, so here on the top where the lights are, so this guy is burned out and these two over here. So no shortage of lights on this thing. It is a 24-volt system. And yes, it is a few Phillips, so we will get popping these out and throw some new bulbs in here. All right, see you got the unit off here. And we'll just bring her down, get that bulb swapped out, put her in, and just repeat the process another 3 times. All right, so we got all these lights banged off. Before we get too carried away, better test them, make sure they're all working right, and then swear when one of them's not, or 2 of them's not, or just give up and walk away if all 3 of them don't come on. So let's get rolling. Okay, so in the cab, we're gonna turn our key to auxiliary, and then up here, throw our lights on. Ooh, it's looking good. Let's have a look-see. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Back in business. All right, let's go check the rest of them while we're up here. Okay, looking good, looking good. Strobe's working great. Good on this side here. We'll wander over, check the other side. All right, coming around the back, everything's looking good. Sides here, let's check our ETF level while we're here. Bang in the middle, looking good. And side lamps good. Well, I'd say we're looking pretty good here. All right, give you a quick demo of the cab here. So here's our tack, and our snow depth, fuel status, DEF status, our multifunction display, so this will bring up all of our instrumentation. It's not as fancy as your new touchscreens, but for back in the day, I don't know, it's pretty neat. And then your associated switches for all the things. But it's a really cool spot to be. They're very comfortable. The controls are actually quite intuitive. I know this looks a little intimidating, but basically these secondary switches you don't use a heck of a lot. And then, of course, all your lighting switches and your stereo up top here. Not a bad place to work, I'll tell you. All right, so some other things I'm looking for are these guys. These are called backing plates, and they love to fall off in the winter. You'll hear, well, no, you don't necessarily hear these ones. What you do hear are these guys here. These are called track guides or tire guides. And they will loosen themselves off and you get a very distinct rattle. On this particular 400, we have the solid tires, and on our 400 Park, we have pneumatic tires. Really don't notice much of a difference in ride. I know these ones I have basically 0 maintenance for, where these guys, I do have to check pressures. They are inflated to 100 PSI. You don't want them to run low because they'll wear their sidewalls off very quickly if they're underdeflated. Other things I'm looking for is the bars here called grouser bars. So we want to check them, make sure there's no cracking. If they do split, they can end up peeling up and actually banging the bottom of the cab here. So you got to watch that. And then of course, just a quick visual of all your hoses here. These main ones, if you blow them, you'll empty your reservoir extraordinarily fast. And then just making sure nothing's loose or falling off. Again, you just want to double check everything's tight. These things do rattle around a whole bunch. So You don't want anything falling off. Makes my job a lot harder. It's also much nicer to work on them in the shop, as you can see, than on the hill. Well, just a quick one for you guys. It's just something neat. I'm farting around with some groomers here. If we get into a bit more of a major service, I'll make sure to bring you along. Again, I am going to try and get those BM videos out sooner rather than later. It might be a bit, just with the amount of hunting and research due, but those things are in motion. It will happen sooner or later, but in the meantime, I will, if something neat's going on, or I'm just feeling philosophical for the day, I'll bust out the old phone here and get a video going for you guys. Thank you all for watching. Take care. See you on the next one.